Hey guys, BadInfos here, and welcome to another GTA VCS Stories 100% walkthrough video. Today we're gonna complete the Civil Asset Forfeiture Impound. We have 3 lists to do, 4 ground vehicles and 1 single list for boats. The ground vehicle location is located right over here. This is the first list we have to do, and the boat one is over here. In this little hangar, you have to go down here and deliver the boats to this location. So what is the purpose of this? It is pretty easy. What you have to do is just take a vehicle and take it to the location. We have boats here, so we have a boat place with lots of water, and we have a ground one with 3 lists. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna show you every single one of these spawn locations, because every single vehicle, even the boats, have a spawn location in the game, and you should actually follow this guide instead of just relying on random chance, because if you rely on random chance, it's gonna take you a much longer time than just going to the spawn location of the vehicle and getting it from there. If you wanna see a specific list or just go directly to the boat locations, then look at the times on the screen and go to that time frame. But anyway, without further ado, I'll show you all the spawn locations for all the vehicles. The Street Fighter is the first vehicle on the list. It's located right over here in Little Havana. Just get into it, and once you get in one of these vehicles, it's gonna say that the Forfeiture Impound wants one of these vehicles. So let me show you what happens if you take it to the location. And this is what you do, just park it over here in the marker, and it's gonna tell you about the boats one. The Civil Asset Forfeiture Impound are also interested in boats. Deliver the water-based vehicles they require to this hangar, which I showed the location of to you. And you get a reward for every single one of these vehicles, and once you deliver one of these vehicles, it is crossed out over here. So let's go to the Sanchez. Sanchez is next. There's always gonna be a Sanchez in this location in the trailer park, which I actually used for many missions when I was working for Marty. The Oceanic, which is a pretty crappy vehicle, is located over here. But if it doesn't spawn for some reason, it is gonna spawn, but if you don't find it, if you don't wanna come here, they always drive on this straight road. You can always find one pretty easily if you just drive around here or just go to this spawn location. Let's take it. The Cuban Hermes is one of the easiest vehicles to find. If you just drive around in this area, you're gonna easily find some, and there's also several spawn locations for it, and this is one of these spawn locations. The Polaris V8 can be found in front of every single prostitution business, so just build a prostitution business, doesn't matter where, it can be even over here, but just build one and it's gonna spawn right in front of it. It doesn't have to be a high roller, it can be a small time or a medium sized business, doesn't matter, but it's always gonna be in front of it. The Stallion can be found in front of every single drug business. I have a drug business right over here, but it can also be found if you haven't unlocked the drugs businesses yet. Don't worry, you can find it from right over here in this location. There's always gonna be one parked. Also, don't worry if you stop seeing vehicles on the street, that's completely normal. This mission is actually pretty buggy and vehicles are pretty much gonna stop spawning on the street. You're gonna see an occasional vehicle, but the majority of them are not gonna spawn at all. Restarting the game is gonna fix the issue. The pony is pretty well hidden over here behind this little wall. Just get into it, and don't worry, you don't need to go all the way over here to get the pony. An easier solution is gonna be to just roam around over here. If you don't have the no vehicle spawning glitch, you can just come here and get the pony from this location. It's gonna be so much easier than going all the way to this city and driving all the way back. It's just gonna take a lot less time. And the last vehicle on list number 1 is the Boxville. It can be found in front of Printworks. This is Printworks and this is the Boxville. And this concludes list number 1. After you deliver it, it's gonna change the list and you have different vehicles. You get this little tune, awesome tune, and we have more vehicles to deliver. This is list number 2, as I said. Let's go and find all these vehicles. Again, all of these have spawn locations. Let's go to the spawn locations. We have 2 vehicle spawn locations over here. The first one is the Wintergreen, which is over here. And the next one is the Phoenix, which is right next to it. We have 2 freeways over here in front of the Stallion bar. Just pick one and take it to the impound. On Starfish Island we can find a Banshee, and this Banshee is right next to Ricardo Diaz's mansion. The one and only Ricardo Diaz owns a cheetah. The cheetah can be found in front of his mansion. There's a comet location pretty close to the impound. You should not have any trouble with it because it's a huge garage and it's super easy to see everything in the garage. On Prawn Island, in front of Diego and Armando's mansion, you can find a Sentinel XS. So just pick the color you like and take it to the impound. And the final vehicle on list number 2 is the mule, which can be found right over here in this location. The mule has entered the building. Awesome. Nice little tune. We have other vehicles here, and unfortunately on this list we have some helicopters, which are not easy to park in this small space. So let's go for the PCJ 600. The PCJ 600 has too many spawn locations, and the closest one on the PSP version is over here. On the PS2 version we have one right next to the safe house, so you can take it from there if you want to. If you have the PS2, of course. If you don't have the PS2, you cannot do that. And also the next vehicle is super close by. It is this Stinger, and it's located over here. It's also required for this list. Let's take them both. The Deluxo, which is a super awesomely good looking car, I like it a lot, is on Prawn Island in the film studio, over here. And this color is simply fabulous. Lance has a whiting furnace, a special whiting furnace in his garage. Over here in Little Haiti you can find a Saber, and somebody shooting at me, so I have to shoot them too. The Saber is over here. I took the liberty of taking a Saber Turbo 2 to show the difference. Which one do you think is a Saber and which one is the Saber Turbo? The Saber Turbo is faster and better looking, so this is the Saber Turbo. This is the Saber. The Saber is always gonna be in this location. In front of the hotel with the red carpet is a stretch, which is pretty cool. Now, on top of the hotel you can find a Rampage, which is gonna be easier for you to find this vehicle. If you just search for the Rampage, you can find a vehicle right in front of the Rampage. So let's take it to the impound. There's always a Maverick in the airport over here, which activates Vice sights. In order for you to take it to the garage, you have to cancel the mission. So what you do is enter the vehicle, it's gonna activate the mission, you cancel the mission and take it to the impound. And again in the airport you can find the next vehicle, which is also a helicopter. It is the Sparrow. Let's take the Sparrow to the impound. And this is actually how I park a helicopter. Just go from here straight to the destination, land like so, and you should be fine. And that was also the last vehicle from these lists. And finally we can move on to the boats. Let's go get some boats. And again let me show the location of this impound. It's over here and the entrance is from this side. Just enter the vehicles from here. Okay, this is the list. We have a Dinghy, Jet Ski, Marquis, Rio, Reefer, Violator, Squallow and a Tropic. And again, all of them have a spawn location, so they're easy to get. Let's take them. The first boat is the Dinghy. The Dinghy can be found over here, actually over here. In order to get to it, you have to either jump from the bridge, or you can take this staircase. There's an armor pickup if you want it, and the Dinghy is right over there. You can just swim to it. And here it is. Let's take it to the impound. This over here is the entrance. Just take it to the destination and you have completed the first step. Let's move on to the jet ski. In this location we can actually find 4 vehicles. Yeah, 4 boats can be found in this location. Over here we have a Marquis, or Marquis, however you wanna say it. We have a Squallow, a Tropic, and hidden over here is the jet ski. I'll take all of these boats to the garage and I'll see you later. Over here you can find the Rio. The Rio is a super slow boat, so good luck getting it back to the impound. Oh, so slow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'll see you in 2 hours. The slowest boat in the game, the Reefer, is located over here. The last one took me a huge amount of time to get to the Impound. It's gonna take me twice as much because first of all, it's a lot farther away, and second of all, it's a lot slower. So I'll see you in 5 hours. Be right back. And the final boat is the Violator. The Violator can be found right over here, which is super far away from the garage, but it's a pretty fast boat, so you shouldn't have too many problems taking it back. Let's go. And this is it, guys, the last boat and the last vehicle on this challenge is done. We've got enough to open a marina. Here's your reward. Awesome. So, the biggest reward, the only reward you get aside of money for every single vehicle, is you won't pay for paint spray. I spent 3 hours on this and I'll save 100 bucks from respraying. And so far in this walkthrough I have resprayed my car maybe 3 or 4 times. Such a useless reward, but a step closer to 100% completion. In the next video, guys, I'm gonna complete the last mission in the game, so stay tuned and I'll see you in the next episode.